No, this is a beautiful Sunday. I'm almost 15 minutes late here because, such a nice day today, and there's all kinds of things going on right now. But yes, it's great to be here with you. I know it's like, man, this Sunday, Bruno, what are you doing here? Well, I said I was going to go all week long helping you on your career. So I thought I was kind of just should show up here and say hello, right? So if you're, we can do a quick one, but if you have any career things that's going on in your life right now, if you have any problems with your career, this is a great moment for you to tell me, right? So actually, there's going to be not a lot of people here, so your question is even more important because then I can go deeper in whatever situation you are going on right now. So right now, if you can come here on the chat, wherever you are, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, right, whatever place you're watching this, if you can come here to the chat right now and say hello, right? At least tell me that you can hear me, right? So, and then tell me what is the biggest difficulty, the biggest challenge you are having with your career right now, because I want to help you out with your career challenges right now, right? So, while you're thinking and writing to me the biggest challenge you're facing right now, let me quickly tell you that tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we are starting this awesome masterclass. It's going to be a whole week of cloud technology, right? So if you want to join us tomorrow, you can come here to cloudtechdays.com, and we're going to have this awesome cloud masterclass for a whole week. It's going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? So we're going to have several hours of content each one of those days to help you upgrade your cloud skills, right? So now if you're starting with cloud computing, or if you already know, if you already work with cloud, whatever it is that you're doing right now in terms of cloud, this is a great place. So we're going to have lots of guests, right? So it's going to be me and Ruslan Sinitsky. Ruslan is a guy that, from the people that I know, they're close to me, is one of them that understand most about the cloud. I mean, he built a company around cloud computing. He supports millions of users all over the world in terms of cloud. So I think that's going to be a cool thing for us to discuss your cloud skills, right? So, and tomorrow, Monday, we're actually going to have Adam Bean. So Adam is, a very, very famous, very active architect, Java developer, Java champion, cloud specialist. He's like one of the top guys in the Java enterprise world, right? So Adam's going to be here with us tomorrow to help you understand, what's going on, to help you improve and increase your cloud skills. So, please let us know how it can help you. So join us. The Cloud Tech Days is going to be tomorrow. But while we're here, right, and I see lots of people watching us live. So while you're here, send me your message, right? Send me your questions. Just type in your chat what's going on. Say hello at least. Say hello in the chat. And so I know you're there, and then I can help you in your career. So answer me right now. Answer me. What is the biggest challenge you're facing in your career? Is it starting your career? Is it kind of moving past a plateau that you are right now? Is it becoming a leader? Is it becoming a senior? What is the biggest thing that's going on in your life right now that you want to have an idea, so we can have a discussion here, right? So let me know in the chat while you're thinking on the chat. I was talking with a friend of mine yesterday, and he was telling me how hard it is in his company, right? That he wants to do the right thing. He wants to work on the right things, and then and he wants to implement the right stuff. He wants to implement quality and a pipeline in his project. He wants to do all the right things, right? And actually, that's a cool thing, because in his company, those things are mandated. I mean, it's part of what the boss wants, right? So it's like written down, this is what needs to be done. And he was worried that some people, he's actually said most people don't follow, right? So they don't do the things that need to be done. And so they kind of, they do their stuff without following the procedures, without following the most important things. And then later on, right, those things kind of crash and burn, right? And he ends up having to fix the problems, right? And so he said that, I put my time in doing the right things, and then people that don't put their time, actually create the problem, and I'm the one I need to fix the problem. So that's a hard situation, isn't it? It's like when you're trying to do the right thing, you're trying to work the right thing, but at the same time, he doesn't really know, other people are not following, right? So, hey, Juan, man, that's awesome, right? That's awesome that you're there, Juan. Good to see you, man. So Juan is in Canada, right? So when I met Juan, he wanted to move to Canada. So he's now in Canada. So that's awesome, Juan. Good to see you there, man. And yes, I know you have to focus on in French, right? So to get the visa, right? So that's awesome. So so this other friend of mine that was not Juan, by the way. This other friend of mine, it has to deal with that, right? It has to deal with do I do the right things? Like that's his question to me. Right? I was like, Bruno, do I do the right things, or do I do like the other ones, right? Don't do the right things, and so I can create more stuff with less quality. And the thing is, right, that's a very big thing. A lot of people think that, if I do things with less quality, then actually I'm going to do it faster. And that is not true. All right. So that is not true. Research has shown, after thousands and thousands of projects, research, like scientific research, has shown that the more bugs, right, you get before the software goes in production, the more issues you catch before the software goes in production, the faster you deliver your software, right? So it's actually faster for you to write to create code with quality than it is to create code without quality, right? So this is really important. And so one thing that we discussed with him yesterday is that, because his boss, actually praises people that are not doing the right things, that gets very complicated, right? Because now he's like, well, the guy that does the wrong thing, he gets praises from the boss because he's doing more, right? But he's doing all wrong, right? So, he crashes and burns later. And so the boss praises the person. And this is a big thing, right? It's like, it's usually because the boss don't understand what's going on, right? So the boss doesn't see the value of what you're doing. And that's very funny because the boss decided that this needs to be done, and at the same time doesn't see the value of it. And I think this is really important, because that's why we need to give visibility to those things, right? A lot of people come to me and say, hey, Bruno, but my company, what if my company doesn't want to do testing, doesn't want to do hire people so we can actually do testing better? What if people don't want to don't want to put testing in the middle of the process? So what do I do? And the thing is, a lot of those things, guys, is that because the bosses don't understand that. You tell them, look, if you do tests, it's going to take longer. The boss is like, okay, so I don't want to take longer, right? So that's the way we speak, right? When you tell your boss, if you do tests, it's going to take longer. The way we speak, we're actually going to get your boss to say no, right? Well, if it's going to take longer, I'm not going to do it, right? So that's why it's so important that you speak the language of business, right? So your boss wants things to do faster, right? Your boss wants less complaints from the users. Your boss wants more money, right, from the user, right? Your boss wants security. So it depends where you work, right? So if you work in a bank, for example, your boss is going to want security, right? So if you actually show them, look, if we don't take care about those things, if we're not doing this, then the code is we don't know, right? We have no idea if the code is secure. We have no idea if the code actually works, right? We have no idea of that. And so if you show that to the boss, then the boss is going to say, okay, so now we have to go through this process, right? Now I understand this, and so whoever doesn't go through this process doesn't get the code to prove it. And so now, okay, and you can say, but Bruno, that's going to be slower, right? If I don't get my code to prove it, then what's going to happen is we're going to deliver in a slower pace. Well, I mean, what do you want? I mean, if you actually have your code to prove it fast, but then you have a security problem later, you have a code going fast, but then someone else has to fix your code later. That's not fast, right? Remember, it's actually faster to have quality in your code than it is not to have quality, right? So it's really important that you talk business with your boss. It does not help say, boss, let's do testing because testing is a good thing. Let's do testing because testing is important. It's not help. Your boss does not understand that, right? You know, especially if your boss is a business person, he will not understand. What he understands, like, is this gonna take longer time, right? So you have to say no. If we do without quality, it's gonna take longer. If we do with quality, it's gonna take shorter. Well, but how is this guy doing it faster than you? Well, he's not doing faster because I have to fix the problems later, right? So you have to show that. You have to bring visibility to this. If you don't bring visibility to this, there's no way your boss is gonna, and that's true for everything, right? Oh, boss, let's use the newest version of Java. He's gonna say no, right? Why we have to stop things? You know, I don't want to use a new version of Java, right? It's risky. And so, but if you tell him, look, the latest, the oldest version of Java has lots of security bugs that no one is fixing. Oh, okay, so now we have to move to a new version. Yes, right? So no, you have to speak the language of business. If you don't speak the language of business, that's not gonna work, all right? So, you know, if you wanna move things to the cloud, if you wanna move, so actually, let me quickly tell you. So I'm finished this year. It's gonna be a short one today, very, very short. So I'm almost done here. So if you have any questions, that is the right time for you to ask, because we're gonna finish this in a couple of minutes. But one thing I wanna tell you is, people say, Bruno, why I'm gonna move to the cloud? I don't need the cloud, right? You know, I can have my servers here, no problem. So I have no need for cloud computing. Well, you don't have a need now, right? But you have to understand, right? Very, very, very important. Moore's law is coming to an end. Moore's law is coming to an end. You can say, oh, Bruno, but people have been telling this for a long time. Well, yes, and that is true. Since 2006, I mean, we're talking 14 years, right? 14 years that Moore's law have plateaued. Not completely, right? But, you know, the performance of a single thread, let me repeat this, the performance of a single thread has plateaued, right? Since 2006, it was coming, it was following Moore's law. It is not anymore. It's like plateauing, right? You know, it didn't plateau immediately on 2006, right? It kept growing a little bit, but more and more is plateauing. So we don't see performance gains on single threads anymore. What does that mean? Well, if your application doesn't run in multiple threads, if your application doesn't run in multiple cores, if your application doesn't run in multiple computers, you're getting to the end of performance gains for you, right? So what does that mean? Well, it means that the only way for you to get your application to perform better coming forward is to have multi-threads, is to run things in multiple CPUs, is to run things on multiple computers. So that's why cloud computing is amazingly important. It might not have been important for you so far, but going forward is going to be amazingly important. And because of that, there's no way out, right? The sooner you understand cloud computing, the sooner you're able to run things in the cloud, the sooner you have the right skills, the better your application is going to perform in the next few years, right? So, and by the way, I'm talking about single thread applications here that has plateaued since 2006, but a lot of people are predicting that 2020 is actually the end of Moore's law because of economic reasons, right? So that there's not the economic of improving the chips is not there anymore. So lots of people, I'm not an expert in this. So lots of people are saying that this might be 2020 might be the last year that Moore's law holds true, right? It might not, but even if Moore's law continues, remember the performance of a single thread has plateaued, right? It started to plateau in 2006 and it's pretty flat now, right? So that means, you know, if you are relying on computers being faster, so application gets faster, that's not going to happen anymore. So you need multiple computers, you need multiple threads, you need multiple CPUs. And for that, cloud computer to rescue. Really, cloud computer to rescue, because, you know, that's a way for you to build highly scalable multi-computer, multi-systems architectures in the right way. So because of that, I suggest you come here, right? Come here to Cloud Tech Days. So cloudtechdays.com. We're going to start tomorrow at this time, right? Exactly this time. You know, if you're in Brazil, 1 p.m. Brazil time. If you are in Europe, 5 p.m. Central Europe time. If you are in the US, it's going to be 1 p.m. It's going to be, you know, like 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, right? I think it's depending where you are in the US, can be sometime 11 to noon in the US. We're going to start the Cloud Tech Day is going to be a full week of cloud masterclass, right? So we're going to have lots of content, lots of guests. And so just going to be complete 100% free, fully live, right? It's going to be completely live, answering your questions, having a conversation with you. So cloudtechdays.com. I hope to see you here tomorrow. And that's it for today. Awesome. Thanks a lot, everyone that's joined us on this quick call on the Sunday. And now what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to enjoy this beautiful sunny Sunday. I hope you enjoy Sunday wherever you are in the world, right? So you can go and enjoy a little bit of your day, right? Well, actually, I'm saying you that I'm going to enjoy the Sunday, but actually there is some work that I have to do still that I'm gonna work on it right now. All right, but I'm gonna enjoy the Sunday a little bit at least, right? A little bit. I have some friends at home today that's gonna help me out with some stuff that's going on here in my house, and so I will enjoy a little bit of this awesome Sunday, and I hope you can enjoy it too. And hopefully, I see you tomorrow on at around this time on the Cloud Tech Days Masterclass. Thanks, everyone. Awesome to be here with you. Good night. Good day, good morning, whatever you are, right? Thank you.